Hello, everyone. This is Troy Balakhan for the Dotcom Distribution blog, back in the studio with Steven, Dotcom Distribution's Sales Support Manager. Hey, Steven.
Hey, Troy.
So, we've chatted about operations matters. Let's zoom out today a bit and talk about how e-commerce and fulfillment is evolving. The other day, you shared a link with me about e-commerce being insulated from declining consumer confidence.
Yeah, Troy, I was interested to read some positive information about the durability of e-commerce in a recent Yahoo News article. Even though there are some reports these days of declining consumer confidence, e-commerce companies and industries directly related to them are reporting no slowdown in sales.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, U.S. sales data from November and December prove this out. For that period in 2017, online sales were $103 billion. For the same period in 2018, 17% increase in online sales.
Right.
Yeah. But even with that increase, online sales only accounted for 16.7% of the total retail sales volume, which was $720 billion.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was up from 2017's $681 billion. So there's still a long way to go for online sales in this ever-evolving marketplace.
And 16.7%, that seems like a relatively low number to me. I mean, I'm sure many of my fellow millennials think about this in a similar way as I do. If I could sit in my apartment and make 70% of my purchases online, I would.
Yeah, sure you would, Troy. You're such a digital native.
And I'm proud of it.
Yeah, well, even companies that service the online sales ecosystem have posted record numbers. UPS, they beat their earnings for the fourth quarter and set a record for package shipments. Their CEO, David Abney, is quoted as saying, e-commerce is providing all kinds of opportunities. So even more compelling for growing and emerging brands was how mid-sized businesses and even small businesses were growing despite the continued success of their larger retailers in the e-commerce space, your Amazons, your Walmarts.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, look, this good news is reflected in what we see with brands are actually doing. They're investing now, even in brick and mortar.
And this reminds me, not long after you shared that Yahoo article with me, someone else sent me a link to an article about Shopify, which we all know as e-commerce's tech darling, right? They're moving into physical retail support for e-commerce brands on their platform.
So like your Warby Parkers and your Allbirds, Rent the Runways, your Parachutes, your Indochinos, your Livelies.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear about all these brands advertised on podcasts.
You're such a digital native, Steve.
I don't think so, Troy. I still have a landline at home.
Yeah, so Shopify is starting to provide hardware and software that facilitates selling in a physical format. They've rolled out software that helps brands do things like ship from store and buy online, pick up in store. They're also now providing point-of-sale hardware to brands.
So brands are buying it, leasing it? What's going on?
Yeah, it's actually a monthly subscription fee, just like their e-commerce
Makes
platform. Sense. Yep. And they're going all in. They've got a Shopify retail service store in LA where you can walk in, you can see the hardware in action, and you can actually place your equipment order for your brick and mortar storefront right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and really, this is all the trends we've been monitoring over the past 2 or 3 years playing out in front of us, right? Yeah. The move to physical retail by digitally native brands is just a testament to an evolving set of customer expectations.
So let the customer shop how they want.
Exactly. And it's not just letting them shop how they want. It's really about letting them experience a brand the way they want. To buy online, pick up in store, or to buy online, return in store, or to get free next day shipping because their order shipped from the physical location, 2 miles from their apartment.
So millennial.
So, I think it's perfectly fine to say that e-commerce is insulated from consumer confidence declines, right? There's so much opportunity out there right now for e-commerce brands. So much ground to cover with connecting the physical and digital shopping worlds. And certainly if we look back, that stat you mentioned before about penetration.
16.7% during 2018 holiday peak.
Yeah, exactly. Much more opportunity for penetration by e-commerce brands.
Yeah, no, I see your point. I mean, every brand at Dotcom Distribution has an e-commerce component. Some have B2B programs, a select few. We also support their retail stores right out of this facility. We actually currently support brands with as few as 3 stores to other brands that, one of them has 100 brick and mortar retail locations. They send stock out on a weekly basis so that there's new product on the shelves for every weekend. It really is interesting, Troy, to see how brands are catering to their customers. They're responding to the needs of them. They're seeking to serve them across several channels, whether it's online, through major retailers, boutiques, or obviously, as we've discussed, even in their own stores.
And certainly, we're here to support our partner brands on this ever-evolving e-commerce landscape. If you're an e-commerce brand and you have a question or a comment for us, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email at podcast@dotcomdistribution.com. Like, share, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or wherever you're listening to us. Take care, Stephen.
Take care, Troy.